Moin Leute, Harry wieder am Start. Today, as you guys can tell, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I might be laughing, but it's really just to hide the pain. I know you. I wish I was. I wish I was joking. But as you guys know, the Epstein files released, and you're watching this video right now. I'm gonna be talking about the Epstein files in case you didn't read the thumbnail. Dude, it's so fucking disgusting what's been going on. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. Like, it actually makes me be physically sick. Like, I didn't even finish my food, which was delicious, by the way. If I should make more cooking videos, let me know. It's not appropriate to talk about this right now, but it's disgusting. And before I guys waste your time, what I want to talk about today is something that I thought about while thinking about, the Epstein files, because, like, this has to be talked about, right? Like, I feel like if you don't try to figure out what it says in the Epstein files, if you don't care about this kind of shit, I think you're a bad person. I'm just gonna say it because in this society, there's literally a fucking pedophile ring that kills people that talk about human trafficking, raping, drugging little girls, and selling them to other people for sex. Listen, I'm aware of the YouTube guidelines, okay? What I'm doing is within the YouTube guidelines, mostly. This video is gonna get demonetized, taken down. That's a whole nother topic. Think about that. They wanna protect children from people who say fuck. That's what they say. But I'm literally trying to talk about protecting children from fucking pedophiles, raping them, okay? We'll see how long this stays up. Maybe my channel will get deleted. I got nothing to lose. I can make 100 channels. I'm not going to, but I have nothing to lose. So I'm gonna talk about this right here. So video's 2 minutes long. What is it I want to talk about? Right now, obviously, I could be talking about the most powerful people with the most money in this world using that money and that power to have sex with children. That's old news. Okay, we knew that long before. What I want to talk, not the fact that my parents that live in Germany and watch the German state media did not know about the release of 3 million Epstein files or documents regarding Jeffrey Epstein, published by like the American justice system when released, even though they consume a lot of state media. Right? We're not gonna talk about what I can only describe as a cover up. I mean, obviously the whole thing is a cover up, but like, dude, sorry, I'm playing so much with my hair. Ah, dude, it's like I haven't even washed it, bro. It's like I feel disgusting and like usually I just oh sorry sorry guys. It's just so uncomfortable for me to make this video because like I've seen some of the stuff that's in the Epstein files and it's so disgusting I don't even want to talk about it on my YouTube because like what the fuck, right? So like that's also not what I want to talk about, right? I don't want to talk about the disgusting things. I don't want to talk about how state media is hiding it from you. I don't want to talk about how they played it down. What I do want to talk about is actually, there's another thing I don't want to talk about, which kind of goes into the thing I want to talk about. I mentioned it here, but I don't want to talk about it in depth. So, like, the other thing I don't want to talk about, which would also be interesting to talk about, is the actual redaction. Because it's so bad. They didn't protect the victims. It's obvious they're just censoring it, okay? So, the Department of Justice in the US, right, is trying to protect people committing the most heinous crimes that have most likely ever happened. It's illegal, obviously. What they do, like the Department of Justice is literally doing illegal things. It's illegal to not release the Epstein files, and we're not releasing the Epstein files. Okay? If that's not enough proof how corrupt and crazy the system is, I don't know what is. However, that goes into what I want to talk about, which is the slow releasing of the Epstein files. Because I woke up like it was 6:30 or something today, and I laid around like for half an hour, not doing anything except for like being disgusted at the things that I read yesterday. Dude, I wish I was exaggerating. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. However, think about it like this. So, people have realized, I'm gonna say it again, I'm not brainwashing you, I'm trying to get the truth out, alright? The most powerful, rich people on the planet, keep in mind, it's people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, you know, what is it? Bill Gates, who I've known people obsessing over these people. I have asked people ask me, why don't you like people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates? They do so much good in the world. They do so much good in the world. Motherfucker. Right? Oh, we do so much good. By hoarding money, we're doing so much good. Oh, we also fuck children. Oops. I'm not gonna say allegedly. We know what's happening. If you wanna put me to jail for saying things like this, put me to jail, bro. I'll happily go to jail if that's what it takes. You know. You know. We know those people fuck 13, 15, 13, 14-year-old. Maybe not every one of these people, but it's confirmed for basically most of them, right? But yeah, so there have been. Oh, another thing. Not only have they been fucking, sex trafficking, drugging little girls, they have also been killing them and threatened to kill their families. And I mean, who knows? Like, we know lots of people have been murdered and silenced and stuff like this. Keep in mind, the FBI is in the Epstein files. The fucking FBI covered up murders and pedophiles. Like, it literally covered them up because they're corrupt. That's another thing. But what I do actually want to talk about is the slow release of the Epstein files. Because think about it. What is it gonna do? Sorry, I just spat on my phone. What is the slow release gonna do? We, as consumers of the Epstein files, are slowly but surely gonna stop caring. Think about it. Think about it. The most rich and powerful corrupt people in the world have a plan. They have a time to make a plan on how they want to release the Epstein files. What they're doing is literally illegal. Disgusting. I've said it enough. So their plan, what they are clearly, evidently going for, is to slowly release the Epstein files, right? Nobody is talking about this. So why would they do this, right? Why would they do this? Simple. One day comes out, you know, this actually is true. This actually happened. I'm not exaggerating. I tend to exaggerate. Nothing in this video is exaggerated, by the way. Nothing. Donald Trump put his fucking finger. I hate showing my finger because it makes me feel disgusted. Put his finger in the vaginas of 13, 14-year-old girls to measure how deep they are and how thick they are. Sorry, my accent, right? But depending on that, dude, I'm fucking shaking because it's so disgusting. I don't want to show my fingers because I'm just gonna be disgusted by myself. On end, I just show my fingers. Ugh. And then based on those measurements, he sold those girls. So that came out, that came out in the Epstein files. Yeah. So now, what could possibly be worse than that? Right? There are tons of things that are also in the Epstein files. Like, there's one victim that said his feet got cut off as a ritual sacrifice, right? Just wanna throw that in here. Just some Epstein stuff, Most YouTube videos don't talk about this because, it would get him demonetized because obviously we wanna protect kids from people saying fuck, right? Think about that, right? But think about it like this. So, okay, on the one day, okay, he's drugging little girls, he's measuring their pussy as well. What's gonna happen? The same thing that happens with every single horrible thing that happens in this world. Media coverage, outrage, we forget about it, it keeps happening. Right? There are lots of victim reports that are saying the fucking things are still going on, and obviously they are because nobody actually felt any consequences except for Jeffrey Epstein. Like, oh no, he's not. I mean, evident. Okay, I'm gonna make just talk. Apparently, looking through the Epstein files, Jeffrey Epstein died doing what he loved, which is right. Anyways, horrible joke, but I had to get that out there. Yeah, no. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna have small outrages every now and then, right? Small outrages, small releases. This happens. Oh no, and then we're gonna stop fucking caring, cause the Epstein files are gonna be old news. Like, what could possibly be worse than the Epstein files, right? So we already have the German state media ignoring The Epstein files. Like I came home, my parents were watching TV. They switched over to news and they showed fucking soccer results, bro. Like I talked to my parents, they don't know anything about the Epstein files. They don't know anything about the 3 million pages that have been released. Now, I do think the German media is gonna cover this eventually, but it's outrageous how they've been handling this so far. It's disgusting. We have to have people talking about this. People like me, feel free to talk to me in the comments about this, by the way, right? So, yeah. Now think about it like this. Donald Trump's strategy has been to influence the media ever since like his beginnings. Like he started out as like a reality TV star. Like fun fact, he literally called Forbes, made a Forbes list of like the richest people, and told him that his dad gave him like half a company, something like this, right? And pretended that wasn't him talking, it was just someone he hired, so he could get on the Forbes list. Meanwhile, most billionaires are trying to hide their money because obviously being a billionaire is evil. I mean, it was evil all along, but now we know billionaires are getting rich with money because it makes them like be able to have sex. Well, it's I don't even want to finish that sentence, right? Like we already knew billionaires were inherently evil because we're literally withholding resources that could, change people's lives just because they want to be billionaires, right? But that's a very simple, very much a simplification. I'm not here to talk about billionaires, like, right? So Trump has learned to control the media throughout his entire life, and eventually that made him win the presidency, right? We can see Trump getting mad all the time about bad media coverage. Like, he's literally banned all of a quote unquote banned journalist from talking negatively about him, right? So now Epstein files came out, blah blah blah. They're getting released, all of that kind of stuff. So the worst possible thing that's happening, the Epstein files slowly getting released, and we are gonna eventually stop caring. Like in 2 years, if like it comes out that some politician like raped a girl or whatever, who's gonna give a fuck? It's old news. We already know the Epstein files, right? Oh, someone is here. Anyways, like, it's so disgusting. So fucking disgusting. I really, really can't. It's like, think about it like this. Like, me, I had like I had a tough time, like in school or whatever, wasn't, people didn't like me or whatever. I don't give a fuck, right? But like the thing is, I slowly started to learn things like sarcasm, like dark humor and things like this, because like I just didn't understand it. I was a stupid kid. Nobody told me about it, right? So I became really obsessed with like dark jokes and like dark humor and like like what we could call edge laws and stuff like this, like, oh, you know dark humor, insert joke or whatever, right? Like, funny stuff. And like the thing about this kind of stuff is, like, you always have to get more and more offensive over time, and eventually nobody's gonna give a fuck anymore, right? Like if you go to like a Mormon church and you say fuck, oh no, but right, but if you go to like Call of Duty, you say fuck, nobody cares, right? So like what's happening? The public has been slowly and surely becoming more and more edgelordy over time because of Wi-Fi, internet connection, all of that kind of stuff. Like people, like literally when I was like, I don't know, like 17 or whatever, I was literally watching like horror movies where people like get beheaded and stuff for breakfast. Like nobody gives a fuck, right? Like as a society, we slowly but surely become more and more exposed to this kind of stuff, like bad stuff on the news, like swear words, all of that kind of stuff, because of the internet, right? Like nowadays, not being a Nazi apparently is cool, right? That's a whole other topic, right? But like you could probably just say like Heil Hitler or something. Nobody would give a fuck, right? And if they do, then it's just crazy liberals. Oh, look at how mad I got was liberals. Oh no, I got shot. Oopsie. Tough luck, buddy. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about other people that are definitely fictional, don't exist. Anyways, right, and that's the same thing that's happening with the Epstein's files. We're getting slow exposure. We're releasing the stuff that's like from the best to worst, right? So the more they release, the less we're gonna care about it, the more we're gonna get desensitized, right? So 15 minutes of talk just for this. Think about it like this. The most powerful rich people are trying to normalize pedophilia, the killing of people, drugging, sex trafficking, also committing war crimes on the side, but nobody even cares about that anymore. And that's exactly proving my point. I just realized that. Who the fuck gives a fuck about war crimes anymore, right? We as a society don't give a fuck about anything anymore. We don't give a fuck about war crimes. We don't give a fuck about pedophilia, the worst crime known to man. We don't give a fuck about it anymore. I want you to be angry. Okay, go on the fucking streets if you're in the US. Go on the fucking streets. Talk to people. Okay, talk to people. You know, if you don't have anyone to talk to, and even if you do, let me know in the comments what you think of this video. I know it's not the usual video, because usually I try to be like funny, entertaining, I mean, I guess I was, but like not, yeah. Like I literally like I wouldn't say I'm traumatized, but like after reading those Epstein, I didn't read the entire thing obviously, but like after seeing those Epstein files, like it's not gonna get better. So let me know what you guys think, and remember, I want you to be fucking angry. If you're not angry after this video, I don't know what I did wrong. Let me know. Maybe you're a psychopath. You know. Hope you guys didn't fucking enjoy this video. Haut da rein, go on the fucking streets.